So you have a leak in your swimming pool, or you think you have a leak in your swimming pool. The process of finding leaks in swimming pools it's not exactly straightforward. It's a little more complicated than it would seem to be on the surface level. And if you have to hire somebody to do it, it could cost a pretty penny to do so. You know, they're well worth the money. They'll get the job done a lot faster than you could on your own. But if you're trying to just discover some more information here, like, is the pool leaking? How much is it leaking? Is there any basic information or low-hanging fruit that you can look into for yourself as the pool owner? And the answer is yes, absolutely there is. In fact, your access to the pool, like, you live at the house, right? You're there all the time. That makes for a great situation for just doing some basic observational type stuff here. A very few simple tests that you can do that really will point you in the direction towards, is your pool leaking and where is it leaking from? So let's just jump into it. The first one, you've certainly heard of it. It's called the bucket test. It's something you've probably encountered already. And all we're trying to do here is to determine, is the pool losing water due to evaporation only, or is it more than just that? Because evaporation can be, elusive, and it can change at different times. And, as the pool owner, it can seem like suddenly you're experiencing this dramatic water loss, but in reality, the environmental conditions have changed. The overnight temperatures are different, or the daytime highs are different, or you have less rain than normal or more rain than normal, and a lot of crosswinds. Like, all these things will change the rate of evaporation in your swimming pool, including the temperature of the water itself. And so at different times of year, the pool will symptomatically give you different, rates of water loss. So you need to know, is it just the normal amount? It's hard to calculate evaporation. Like, people say to me, well, how much water should my pool be losing? I don't know. There's a lot of things to calculate that there is simply no way that I could know. So the best way to know is to simply measure it. And we do that with the bucket test. You take an open vessel, not glass. You never put glass in swimming pools. So something plastic, like a big bucket or pitcher or something like that, would be ideal. And you need to put this on a step, on a ledge, something like this, because we need the water level in the bucket and the water level of the pool to be exactly the same. That's the goal that we're going here. So usually on a step, put like a rock in the bottom of the bucket, put the pool water in there, make sure that they're exactly the same level. Now walk away for 24 hours. When you come back 24 hours later, look at the water level. The bucket and the pool should be exactly the same water level. You have a leak in your pool if the water level in the pool has dropped lower than the water level in the bucket. Very simple and straightforward test. If after 24 hours you can't really determine anything, run the test a little longer. Go 48 hours, 72 hours, and if you have a leak, it should become more apparent at that point. So we know that the pool is leaking because we've done the bucket test and we observed the rate of water loss, and we lost water in the pool faster than the bucket. So now what do we do? Good news is that the next step, again, is something that you can do yourself. Very, very easy to do. So we're going to have the pool at the normal operational level. Whatever your water level normally is, you have to fill the pool up to that normal level. That's our starting point for this test. And for 24 hours, I want you to let your filtration pump run. If you don't normally run your pump 24 hours a day, for this test, just run it 24 hours a day. So for 24 hours, you're going to let your pump run, and after 24 hours, I want you to record the rate of water loss in your pool. Most commonly, I just do this with a pencil right on the skimmer faceplate. Skimmer faceplate is usually like white PVC. Just draw a pencil line at the water level, run your pump for 24 hours, and after 24 hours, how much water has your pool lost? Make a little line there, measure between them, and now we have a measurable difference for how much water the pool has lost. So, step 2 of this test, refill the water back up to that initial starting level that we started the last test at. And for 24 hours, this time, turn your pump off completely. Turning your pump off completely and then recording the rate of water loss over 24 hours is going to tell us something very, very important. One of two things has just happened. When we ran the pump for 24 hours, you either lost the same amount of water as when the pump was off for 24 hours, or you lost a different amount of water. Very simply, it was either the exact same, nothing changed, the rate of water loss remains consistent whether the pump's running or not. That's one issue. The other possible situation here is turning the pump on or off actually seems to have some sort of effect on the rate of water loss in the pool. Do you see what we've just learned here? We've learned very importantly, is the leak in your swimming pool in the plumbing system somewhere, or is it in the body, the shell, the static structure of the swimming pool itself? Because if the leak was in the plumbing system, turning that pump on and off should have some sort of effect on the rate of water loss. If it has no effect on the rate of water loss whatsoever, well, then it seems to me that it's really not connected to the pipes, because if it was connected to the pipes, if the leak was connected to the pipes, turning that pump on or off should have some sort of effect. That makes me look at the structure of a pool. But if turning the pump on or off definitely changes the rate of water loss in your pool, you can all but definitively say there's a leak and it has something to do with the plumbing. Like, I mean, we're not done here. We're just kind of getting started with the pool leak detection process. But now we've done two very, very important things. We've identified, is this pool leaking? And we can give you an answer to that. And now we can even go a step further and say, is it likely that the pool is leaking from the structure itself, or is it from the plumbing system? Two very important pieces of information if you're trying to find a leak in a swimming pool. I'm going to stop this video here, but not because we're done talking about pool leak detection. This is just the first video in a series that I have, and if you want to find this entire series and go through it with me, trying to find a leak in your swimming pool, or just looking to understand more about how swimming pools tend to leak and how you find those leaks, you can Google Swimming Pool Steve, that's me, and leak detection. I'll probably find the right page for you, or just look down in the description. I'll be sure to put a link in there. And then you can go to my page on swimmingpoolsteve.com, go through the leak detection section. I've put all these videos in place along with a whole wall of text to just, kind of deep dive, no pun intended, on this subject of leak detection, because it is a little more complicated than people think it is on the surface level, and knowledge is power when it comes to leak detection. There's a ton of information that you can figure out for yourself that's not going to cost you anything, and it's going to be very useful in helping you to determine, is my pool leaking? How much is it leaking? And even from here, where do I go? Do I keep trying to find it myself, or have I encountered a situation where it's definitely time to bring in a professional? And if that's the case, it's very important that you choose a professional who is specifically adept at pool leak detection. Not all swimming pool professionals are, even though most of them do advertise pool leak detection services. It's a little thing that you should be aware of. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.